Welcome to the anonymous podcast for anonymous individuals. There we go. The boys did it.
We came together.
This is the pizza show once again. The outside the box pizza show. We're back. New year. Great news on the new year. This is anonymous 1. And this is anonymous 2. They've never been on the show before, actually, and they're quite the professionals, right? So you're looking for professional inquiries and advice. You know, this is the show for you. This is the show for you.
That's correct.
I've got 3 beautiful pizzas here. I got 2 prosciutto with rocket. I got 1 pepperoni for anonymous 2 here.
My favorite.
Homer Simpson, that's his name. And this one, he's Mo.
Hell yeah.
So.
Can I be Bart?
No.
Fuck.
He's Bart.
You could be
nominated
Bart.
himself.
All right. So Bart is hosting today, apparently. So
I am Bart, also known as Homomr, also known as Anonymous 1. And I've taken control. I've taken over. This is my show now. This is the Bart show. And basically, what Riley means is I've prepared a couple things because Riley couldn't be asked preparing anything. And so I thought we start off with a little bit of chit chat, before we get right into it. So Riley, how was your day?
my day was good, but I feel like I can't talk about work. I feel like it's
Neither.
I feel like alienated. I've alienated myself. I've been so head down in making some silly programs that I just don't communicate anymore.
Ones in general?
Yeah, kind of.
Thank you.
Taking this pizza pie.
Do I have to eat it on the spinny?
You can eat it how you want.
Okay. What did you even just say?
He said he doesn't like talking no more.
You don't like talking anymore.
He's too down in the trenches.
This is the podcast you're listening to, yeah.
Well, you can just stay silent the whole time.
Yeah, you can just nod along.
Yeah, I'm nodding. You got to talk, Jack. You're the host here.
Right, my bad.
I mean, not Jack. I mean,
Who's Jack? Start again.
Restart the
Start the fucking podcast. We'll cut that part out. Okay. All right. So, how have you been, Michael? I mean, fuck.
Fuck. All right. Cut everything. Restarting.
Again. How have you been, Anonymous 1?
I've been great. Yeah, I've been fucking living life, just grinding, making money.
What do you do?
I'm working criminal law as a legal assistant.
as a criminal.
Yeah. Yeah. Professional criminal.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Fucking gig and a half.
Oh, yeah? Well, how long have you been doing that for?
Bit over a year now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
At the same place?
At the same place, yeah.
And so, are you looking to stay there, or are you looking to go somewhere else soon?
This is us to listen to. This sounds like a job interview. This sounds like you got to be
So
like.
what I've prepared here, I've prepared a couple of questions and a couple of stories.
I thought you didn't talk, by the way.
You're not supposed to talk in this podcast, mate.
All right.
And so, what I thought it'd be fun. So, for the audience at home, what I've done, I've asked ChatGPT to give me some funny stories and some wacky questions, and we're going to react to them. We're going to have a nice time. We're going to have a good time, okay?
All right, yeah.
So, I thought it'd be fun if I haven't read these stories. This is a raw reaction. This could be shit. This could be the worst podcast ever, okay?
All right.
But I've read the titles.
What model does this come from? Does it come from the newer ones or from the old?
I did it earlier
ones?
today.
Okay.
So, can't tell you. But I'll read the titles out. There's maybe 6 of them. And we'll just, I'll read them out, and then you say, oh, that's a good one. We'll talk about that, right? So, number 1, the gym bro who tried to lift too much and ended up in the ER.
I like that.
That's
pretty high tier.
Okay.
That's a relatable story.
Okay, well, but we'll tease the audience a little bit. We'll just read a couple more.
Yeah.
So, okay. The guy who locked himself in a room to grind for 500 plus hours.
Grind in what way?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. That's the title. We're just teasing the audience. Riley's pissed off.
It's our podcast.
This
So
is
we didn't
our
fucking
podcast.
need
This
him.
podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. The self-help guru who scammed everyone into a motivational sweat lodge.
It's pretty good.
Wait, this
Alright.
one?
That sounds good.
Okay, that's
Alright.
tickled Riley's fancy.
It's
Okay,
what
the
is a sweat lodge?
Okay, the self-help guru who scammed everyone into a motivational sweat lodge. Self-help coach James Arthur Ray ran a high-priced motivational retreats that promised to push people beyond their limits. His worst stunt was a sweat lodge ceremony where he packed 50 people into a homemade tent and told them to sweat out their mental barriers. He convinced them that passing out was a sign of weakness leaving the body. 3 people died from heart stroke and dozens were hospitalized. Ray served 2 years in prison, but somehow still managed to return to the self-help industry afterwards.
Wow.
Wow.
So how many people died?
So 3 people died of heart stroke and dozens were hospitalized. So, you see a lot of these fucking bullshit self-help. Oh, we got a fan.
We've got a fan. We've got a fan.
Anyway, you see a lot of these self-help gurus that are just like a bunch of bullshit, isn't it? Like, there's definitely some good ones, Riley, do you know any good ones?
Big fan of Jordan Shanks on YouTube.com. I want to back Tony Robbins, man, but he's always working with like this guy called Dean Graziosi. And apparently, like, he's my massive forza, Dean Graziosi. So I'm like, why the fuck are you working with him? But
This is Tony Robbins.
yeah,
Yeah, right. And what's wrong with this guy?
I was like forced to pay like $100 million to the government of fraud money or something.
Well, like, even Tony Robbins, he's a cool guy. Like, I've read a couple of his books, but like, he's definitely not perfect. Like, he wrote a book about like how to have a healthy relationship or something, or how to have like a healthy marriage. And then after publishing the book, he got divorced like a couple of years later. So you guys are a bit like, listen to me, I know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm so rich, I'm such a genius, but he definitely doesn't know everything. And I would say like the biggest takeaway from his self-help books is like, he does like come off as a bit of like a snake oil salesman sometimes.
Oh,
but
definitely, yeah.
He's very good at like motivating you. So like he's really good at just like getting you off your ass and like getting your life together. Like, when I was really into self-help like a few years back, like after graduating school, it was like him and like Jordan Shanks that really like sort of put my life into gear a little bit,
Yeah.
like reading the self-help and like doing the little things, like waking up and making your bed and writing your goals down, writing like your plan for the day out and stuff like that. Like, little tips and tricks like that can really make a big difference.
Yeah, but even like, I think like engaging, there's a lot of motivational strategies and things to keep you like focused on positive. I think one of the big things I've taken away from Tony, I guess, is like, you got to create a very compelling vision of your future that you're working towards. You kind of got to like overstate how good it is, like the future you're sort of working towards. And you make that so captivating, you just want to do whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
But anyway, I went to a Tony event once, right? I went to a Tony Robbins event once, and I've come out of it
Did
now.
you go to it, or was it online?
It wasn't online, but it was like I got to wake up at like 12 o'clock at night and then like do it till like 2 p.m. But anyway, it was very interesting, and what I came out with it was very interesting. That 2 years later, it was a bit embarrassing to even admit, to talk about, but I kind of realized that it's basically the same thing as a psychedelic experience.
Really?
Have
you done many psychedelic experiences?
No, but talking to people, it's like basically having like a positive one. It's like that basically. You put yourself into, and Tony talks about this actually. Like, they did studies at what university? Harvard University, and your testosterone goes up when you're in the event. You'll do all these things. Like, that makes sense because you're doing all this retarded shit. You're shaking your hands. You're jumping around. You're doing shit, and then you're like writing down, damn. What's wrong with my life or something.
Is that what happens at a Tony Robinson event?
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
shake your hand.
It does, exactly.
I haven't done one, but you see like clips online or whatever. They're like literally like jumping up and down. They're like screaming and laughing and like it is very like culty. Like, to be honest, like, did you feel a little bit like that?
Definitely,
You're like, I'm participating in like a bit of a cult.
Yeah, and it does. That's a real thing, and it puts you in that state. It puts you in a cult-like state.
Yeah.
Where you're very absorbed in the moment. But I think it's right if you utilize that well and responsibly, which most people won't do, who end up using those kind of things.
It goes back to old mate Arthur Ray. That's like killed 3 people or whatever. But like Tony Robbins, you're listening to him. He's telling you to jump up and down and laugh or whatever. And like, just as easily, you listen to Arthur Ray, and he's like, yeah, get in a fucking sauna, and then like sweat is like weakness leaving the body or whatever it is, and then 3 people have now died. So it's like you got to be so careful, like who you listen to. You know, you can be like so easily manipulated.
Yeah, no, I mean definitely, but I think you can be once you get in this like highly manipulated state, and then you touch on like things you want to do, and you can see things from a different perspective. I think that's going to be very valuable. So I'm not gonna give Tony too much shit on this. I'm not gonna like shit on him. I think it's probably a good thing to participate in.
If Tony asked you to go into the sweat lodge, you would do it.
Tony
definitely do it.
Tony asked people to walk on burning coals and shit, man. Like Tony,
Same shit.
No, yeah, and then one of them like got 3rd-degree burns on their feet, right?
yeah, but he was weak. That's the thing.
Well, she did it wrong. She like ran across. You're supposed to like walk across.
Something like that. I don't know. It makes everyone fucking do it, so I'm sure that you can do it.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like, you know, people listen to him, they walk across these coals, and then someone ended up with burnt feet. Arthur Ray tells you to get in the sauna, and then you like come out dead. You know, so
I had
you need to be careful.
to break a wooden board in half.
In your room.
When you apply, they send you a wooden board, and you put it between.
You guys sent a wooden
You
board.
could like they ships that from America to you,
It was like pine wood. It was like it fitted within like a big envelope.
but you could like get a wooden board anywhere.
Anyway, but
No, but I'm assuming you like paid for like a package or something.
no, you paid for the thing, and they shipped you like a little board and like some other little bullshit.
Like what?
I forget. You got like a little paddle pop stick with like a thing on
Did you
it.
snap that one as well? You had to like
I
first
could
start
have.
with the paddle pop one, and then you start, and then boom.
I could have, and they had like half an hour or like an hour where they're amping you up to break the wooden board, and like I've got fucking bored like 15 minutes in. I'm like, it's like we're breathing exercises and like concentrating, right? And it's actually surprising you can do it because you can try without it, and it's hard to do. Anyway, I got frustrated. I'm sick of them, and then I broke it. After like trying like 5 times, but I did break it.
You tried 5 times.
Yeah, you like weakened it.
No, I
So
just
after the 4th time, you're a bit like, oh my
anyway,
god.
they're like,
what am I doing?
please stop trying to break your boards right now. We'll get to it in 5 minutes. And I'm like,
Fuck no.
I've broken it. I've broken it now.
Wait, but did you have your webcam on?
Yeah,
Damn.
Surely they saw you just like fucking.
they might have seen. They might have seen me. Yeah.
So you weren't supposed to break it?
No,
why you-
not until you do it. Not until they tell you to go.
That's why you weren't invited to the sauna.
No, if Riley was in the zone, he was just got boom and fucking breaking it and escaped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice one. Alright.
Is that a true story? Or is that completely
Well,
AI
it's a-
fabricated?
That's a
Like I
true
said,
story.
ChatGPT.
It's a ChatGPT story.
It's a real story, mate. So, but I have stories, and then I have like questions that like kind of relate to the stories. So, like, we just did a story about motivation, self-help. So, like, okay, what's the dumbest motivational quote that actually works on you?
I have no idea.
I've got a good one.
Yeah,
The Nike thing. Just like was it do it or just do it?
just do it.
I say it
you
to myself
told me
all
this.
the time.
Yeah.
I go, if I don't want to do something and I know I should do it, I just have a voice in my head that goes, just do it. And I just fucking do it.
Yeah, and it works, right?
It works, yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually like the best piece of like motivational shit you can get. It's just like, just do it. Like
But
Shia LaBeouf,
I hate
just
that
do it.
Nike stolen it. Because now I think I'm
Oh.
like, just do it. And I'm thinking like the Nike tick.
You feel a bit brainwashed.
I feel a bit brainwashed.
Yeah. Dumbest motivational quote. I don't know. Like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Is that like a motivational
That's a
quote?
motivational quote. Yeah,
But that's just not
guess so.
true, is it?
it's kind of true.
If you like eat an apple and then you smoke like 50 durries a day, that's not going to keep the doctor away, mate.
Yeah, but if you didn't smoke the durries, or if you didn't eat the apple,
I'd be in the same spot. Nothing would change.
I don't know. You might not die. You might get a little bit more. I don't know.
A little bit more time for
get
me
an
to
extra
apple.
day.
How's your pizza, by the way?
It's really
delicious.
nice.
Yeah.
It's delicious. I'm eating
know,
it on
this
like
is great.
maximal difficulty. For the audience at home, my plate is spinning. So I keep like, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to line up a sick bite now. And then like, it just fucking spins around.
Just pick it up.
Can I just say, Riley,
Yeah.
like eating and talking Like, I'm not sure how well this works for a podcast. Sorry to break the fourth wall, but like, I'm like trying to like listen to you, and then I'm like eating the pizza, and I'm like, fuck, what did Riley just say? Shit, make some stuff up.
Okay, I can think and eat at the same time. So,
You just can't talk and eat is the issue.
all right. Do you want me to take the next little topic here?
Oh,
Go for
well,
it.
well, yeah. What do you
Go
have?
for it.
All right, so current news, right? It's been a little while since we had our last episode. Thank you for the 2 people that saw our last episode and watched this one as well. But Donald J. Trump has gotten back in, and today he has declared he wants to ethnically cleanse Gaza, send them all out,
I'll show that.
and essentially they want to make a Dubai type, Singapore type, like Hong Kong, like economic zone. What do you think about this?
Anonymous one.
Well, is Gaza really like a kind of geographically optimal place for a city like that? Because like Dubai is funded by the natural resources, the oil. Singapore's funded by its like location in Asia.
Gaza has a pretty good location, and it's on the water as well.
I just feel like it's not the best choice for a city.
I think the idea is they want to
Wait, what's the
create
point?
trade routes from. You know how China has the Belt and Road Initiative? For those uninitiated, it's basically they plan to make like a whole bunch of trade routes, which basically reorganize the center of the world to be China in a way, and they make more money off that, which makes sense, right? As an emerging power. Anyway, Europe and America have seen this. Now they want to also do a similar thing, right? So they're like, they're trying to get the Middle East, India, all involved to go like straight to Europe. And through that, you know, the Middle East is like a hectic place. So their plan is, we'll get like the Saudis, they'll get like the UAE. And now they'll get like a link up in Israel or Gaza, right? Where they can now build a new economic city and make that a node to go through to into Europe. So that's the idea, you know. And if you're a Gazan, you know, you're just bye-bye, unfortunately.
Well, does he propose like what he wants to do in that scenario? Like, does he want to relocate them or?
He wants to relocate them, but like, you're ethnically cleansing, you know.
Like, there's no good. I'm not saying
They,
it's
they,
good either
they
way.
already like how many? I don't know how many got killed. Like 30,000, 60,000, 50,000, something like that. And that's confirmed. If it was not confirmed, they'd be like Trump. You know, I think it's much higher. I think maybe 1 million or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. They want to like move all of the Gazans out of the area and just sort of basically take it. The US will occupy it and then they'll basically hand it off to Israel, I think is the plan. So what do you think of this? I'm like, this is fucked.
Sounds pretty fucked. Well, they're going to hand it to Israel. Why?
I don't know.
I don't really know anything. I'm a bit of a dumbass.
What do you think about anyway, that's my topic. That's my topic.
That's
today.
interesting.
Well, that is interesting. I wish I could add more. I just don't really...
I just don't know what their plan is. Like, they're not going to commit a genocide.
Yeah, but they're ethnically cleansing. They're kind of like they're ethnically cleansing the area.
Like, even if they say like they want to relocate them, that's too akin to like the Nazi, like kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it basically is. It's like they've already killed like the Palestinian to the Israeli death like statistic is like 30-1 or 50-1 or something, and it's just like, and then they're just exiled from their country. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just like, there's no better way of describing it than like an ethnic cleansing of the region.
I mean, this is Donald Trump.
And yeah, Trump's a big fan of it.
Donald Trump, he's making moves, isn't he?
Money
He's like
moves.
turning Canada into American state.
He's moving
Yeah.
all over the fucking place. He's going crazy. Not only was doing like pretty good job until like today,
Wait,
Well-
I saw he's been president for like a day.
like 2 weeks, I think.
You're right.
Well, he put tariffs on Canada, and then Trudeau responded and like heavily tariffed America in response.
He kept doing this shit. Colombia wouldn't take the illegal immigrants back or something. So he's like, we're putting a 50% tax on Colombia, and then they're like, no, we'll give you the planes, we'll take them back. And then he still like put a tariff on them anyways, just for like speaking out of line.
Damn.
And then Mexico and Canada, the same thing kind of happened, but they didn't get the tariff got delayed apparently. So now they put like 10,000 troops on both their borders to stop fentanyl. Is what they're going for.
Damn.
But it's interesting because like we're in a world of emerging powers now, right? So like China exists, Russia exists, all these big regional powers exist. So now the US needs to exert its sort of like power on its allies and like neighboring states, which is very interesting. We're entering a very interesting part of history.
Well, that was like Trump's whole thing, right? He's like, I'm gonna come in there, I'm gonna show everyone who's boss. Like, I'm gonna make Putin look like a bitch. Like, that was like a big thing with his campaigning, right? Like, oh, like America's been weak. Oh, well, that's the whole thing, right? Like, make America great again. Like, he's gonna come in there and dominate like Americans do.
Yeah.
But
Speaking
we'll
of
see how it
dominating, LeBron.
LeBron.
What's the LeBron update?
Luka Doncic. Well, basically, it was a big trade. Big trade happened. It was Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis with like some other pieces as well. But that's like essentially what the thing was. Okay, I'll try and like break it down for you guys that like don't really follow basketball. So, Luka Doncic, he plays for the Mavs.
You keep talking. I'm gonna make another pizza. I think.
All right, I'm intently listening.
All right, you gotta keep the conversation going,
He plays
guys.
for the Mavs. So he's at worst the third best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
So he's a gun. He plays for the Mavs. He brought the Mavs to the NBA Finals last season, and he's only 25 years old. So he's only going to get better.
Right.
So the Mavs traded him for Anthony Davis, who plays for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's also a really good player. He's probably in the top 15 NBA players. So he's also really good, but definitely not as good as Luka Doncic. And Anthony Davis is like maybe 30 years old. So like in his prime, maybe slightly past his prime or something. So logistically, it just doesn't make any sense. So like the trade happened, like it's so when I was like at a friend's house and it happened, my friend said, "Oh, this trade just happened," and I said, "Dude, like you're an idiot. Obviously that's fake." He's like, "Nah, like ESPN just report on it." I was like, "Oh, well, it's just like it's Photoshop, dude." He's like, "No, like Blue Chip report on it." And he's like, "Nah, they must have got hacked. Like, there's no way that's real." And so, but everybody in like the NBA like little community or whatever, they all like it was like no one believed it. They all thought like someone got hacked or whatever because it just doesn't make any sense. And so the Mavs came out and they did like a conference because all their fans are so pissed off. They're like, "Why did you do that? This is like one of the best players in the NBA. We drafted him. We were in the NBA Finals last season. Like last season, he's 25. Like, why would you do this?" And then the GM came out and he's saying, well, he didn't want to be too rude to Luka Doncic, but essentially what he was saying is like, Luka Doncic doesn't play defense. He's overweight. He doesn't take it seriously enough. We're a win now team. That's why we've like gotten Anthony Davis. Like defense wins championships. And so that was his explanation of it. And
That's
everyone's
so
like,
rude for the guy who brought you to finals.
well, he didn't say it like that,
Okay.
but that's basically like the reason why they did it. And it was like a real slap in the face to Luka Doncic because people were saying, "Oh, this must have happened because Luka's demanded a trade." He said, "I don't want to play for you guys anymore. I want to play for the Lakers." But it was confirmed that Luka had no interest leaving the Mavs. He was like, "I'm happy here. I want to stay here." And they traded him. So it doesn't make any sense. Conspiracy theory. This is my theory. So the NBA ratings are way down at the moment. So they compare the NBA ratings to the NFL. NFL's killing it. NBA like doing way worse. And that doesn't really seem to make sense because the NBA is way more of a global sport than the NFL. Like Australia's big into the NBA and China's big into the NBA and a lot of Europe's into the NBA, whereas NFL it's like exclusively American for the most part.
A lot of people watch it though.
NFL
in South America, yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like in America, NFL's way bigger than the NBA,
Yeah.
and so the ratings like show that. And so this is my conspiracy theory that Adam Silver and the other NBA elites of the NBA kidnapped the Mavs GM's family.
Well, doesn't the Maverick have a new coach or something like that?
The Mavericks?
Mm.
No.
No,
No, they got the same coach.
Okay,
No.
I'm mistaken. Yeah.
No, I think you're thinking of, I don't know who you're thinking of, but this is the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Adam Silver and the other NBA elites kidnapped the Mavs GM's family. And they went, if you don't trade Luka Doncic to the Lakers, like the Lakers are the biggest team in the NBA. So they're like, if we get Luka on the Lakers, ratings, boom, skyrocket.
Yeah.
So if you don't trade Luka to the Lakers, we're going to kill your family.
I think that's accurate.
And so like, why else would he do it? He's like, shit, like my family's gonna die. Like, yeah, fucking hell, I'll do it. And so he's come out in this bullshit press conference and been like, he doesn't play enough defense. He's overweight. All his reasonings don't make any sense.
Yeah.
The only explanation is that the NBA elites, they've looked at the ratings, are like, how do we boost these? Get the best player on the best team. Ratings gonna skyrocket.
I reckon that's accurate. Like,
So, yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Like, maybe the Mavs are secretly geniuses. I don't know. And it'll all work out for them. But another thing is, like, Luke has, like, been a little bit injury prone. So maybe that could be it. But Anthony Davis is injury prone as well.
I mean, like, is it possible it's a culture issue or something? Like, he just is, like, bad vibes?
Well, there's never been any reports of it. There's never been any, like, doesn't like his teammates or his teammates don't like him or... He is from... Oh, shit, where's he from? Lithuania? Some, like, European country.
Oh, that's a big issue.
But it doesn't make any difference, like, going to the Lakers. So, yeah. No, it's honestly, like, a very big deal in the NBA community. There was this funny tweet going around. It's like, for everybody else, this was just a normal day. But for the NBA, it was just like the craziest fucking... It came out of nowhere. Normally, like when trades happen, it's like, oh, there's rumblings like, oh, he doesn't like this guy and they think they're flirting with this team or whatever. And then it's like, oh, is it going to happen? That's like 99% of the time that happens. This one was completely out of nowhere. So not only is trading Luka like silly, like why would you do it? They traded him to the Lakers and they got like Anthony Davis and a couple of players. They could have gotten like a crazy package, you know. So like Rudy Gobert, he's like a defensive player of the year. He can hardly even catch the ball, right? He got traded for like 4 or 5 first-round picks or something, which is insane. People are talking about like the market for players is so out of whack. Like, how can this player get traded for all these first-round picks? Doesn't make any sense. Like, how's the market going to balance out? Then Luka, who's like the best player in the NBA, gets traded for Anthony Davis and like one other pick. It's like, why did you even like trade him? First of all, second of all, the Lakers got him on a discount.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, doesn't make any sense, mate.
It's conspiracy. That's all.
There's definitely something dodgy going on.
Wow. Can you even see this pizza?
More pizza.
Amazing, another pizza. They can't hit me on the mic. Very quiet.
Oh, they can't?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've got one thing that I've got like more stories and stuff, but I had like a good one sort of lined up. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the girl who dumped her boyfriend over his zodiac sign after a year. Okay.
Wait, the girl who dumps her boyfriend?
The girl who dumped her boyfriend over his zodiac sign after a year of dating, I'm assuming. Okay, I'll quickly read this. A guy had been dating his girlfriend for over a year when out of nowhere, she started acting weird. One night, she came over looking stressed and told him they had to break up. He was confused until she said, "I just found out you're a Scorpio." Apparently, she had thought he was a Libra the whole time. And when she realized she was wrong, she convinced herself they were cosmically incompatible. He thought she was joking, but she was dead serious and left that night. A week later, she posted a TikTok about escaping a toxic Scorpio while he was still processing what the hell had happened. Now, I ask you guys, first of all, thoughts on that story. Second of all, Do you believe in zodiac signs?
That story. I'm like, man, it's a good thing that happened. Yeah,
good for the guy.
Just taking a schizo, yeah, man. It's not
Like,
worth it, man.
if you're that into horoscopes and star signs and shit, surely you would know when your boyfriend, what sign your boyfriend of a year is.
Oh, you
at
could
that
get
point.
into
That's
it
a very
later
good
down the
point.
line, though.
You could get into it later down the line, but surely, like,
Maybe she just finally put two and two together. It's like, wait, hang on.
My
Your
dog-
birthday's actually this day. That actually means you're this.
My dog is a Taurus and in mood this morning.
So do you believe in star signs?
no.
Fuck no.
No?
I like them as an idea,
No?
but I
Nah,
think, like,
I'm like, there's better system to judge people on, you know, like race.
Okay.
this is an edgy podcast.
Edgy
I
podcast. But
I
no,
think Jack
I-
missed what you just said.
I heard it.
I
Okay.
think it's it's just
Who's Jack?
I mean, anonymous number 2.
everyone wants to find ways to put people into boxes, and I feel like star signs is one of the most arbitrary
So
ones.
it's a way to, like, compartmentalize the world into understandable little
It's like
sections.
in East Asia, people like make judgments of each other based on like their blood type. So it's like, and it's just like
Okay.
really,
It's like, yeah, your blood type's like your personality type.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like you guys, ignorant,
Oh, God.
until earlier today when I looked up all of our star signs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with Riley, the Aquarius.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay? Tell me if this is like Riley. Aquarians are free spirits who march to the beat of their own drum. They're intellectual, forward-thinking, and often have a unique way of seeing the world. Unconventional and unpredictable, they love exploring new ideas and breaking away from tradition. They care deeply about humanity and social progress, but on a personal level, they can sometimes feel emotionally distant or detached. They need freedom and independence to be their best selves. If they're looking for someone who thinks outside the box and isn't afraid
Oh
to
my
challenge
god, that's the name of the show.
Aquarius
Oh my
is your
God.
That's the
person.
name of the show, Jack. That's the
Wait,
name
what,
of the
just
show.
outside the box?
Outside the box.
Drop.
That's the name. That's the name of the show, Jack.
Is that not Riley to a T?
Well, read out Pisces now, and then we'll imagine Riley is a Pisces.
Yeah.
No.
No, just
We're
do
not
it.
doing fucking Pisces, mate.
No,
do it. No,
first
trust me.
read out Pisces.
Okay,
Read
just-
out
I
Pisces.
just want to see. I feel like
No.
every single one is just going to be universally applicable.
Mate, I'm about to humiliate you on the anonymous podcast.
Just right. Okay.
Okay? So, yes or no, was that like Riley?
Yes, but I'm sure.
was a
I'm also.
right to a T.
I'm also sure that Pisces is like Riley.
I
That's
don't
just
know-
a random
you know
one.
what? I don't know too much about Pisces.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know anything.
See, I'm acknowledging my lack of knowledge.
Yeah, so you look it up.
No.
Read out the Pisces on the same website.
No.
You read out Pisces, Mike. We got a phone.
No. Let me do my thing, and then you guys can do your thing, okay? Should we do Michael next or me next?
We'll do you next.
Me, okay?
Do you want me to read it
Leo.
out? Do you want me to read it out?
You read it out. Wait, but you can't make shit up like halfway through reading it. You gotta
Leo.
read it properly.
It means he likes to roar.
Leo likes
Favorite
men.
movie is favorite
Lion
movie,
King.
Lion King. Leos are natural-born leaders with a magnetic presence. They thrive in social settings, love being
It just
invited.
makes you feel good
and
about
have a
yourself.
fun-
You're like,
Just let him finish.
Just
Let him
move.
finish. Fucking hell.
Passionate and ambitious, they go after what they want with determination. Beneath their bold exterior, they're incredibly loyal and protective of their loved ones. However, their pride can get the best of them, making it hard to admit when they're wrong. They love grand gestures, excitement, and anything that makes them feel larger than reality.
There we go, mate. Leader, who took control of the podcast?
I've known Leos and they're not like that at all.
These are fake Leos, mate.
Okay.
Came in here. First thing I said.
Feel free to
I've
have more
taken
pizza,
control
by
of
the way. I'm
podcast.
just.
First sentence.
I made
Not
it
the
for
first
everyone.
sentence, but it says something that natural born leaders. So we got tick,
Okay.
right?
Do Virgo.
Virgo, mate.
What are you determined to go fulfill right now?
Hey,
What are you determined to go achieve right now?
What do you? Yeah.
money,
What kind of money?
Hell yeah.
How much money?
All of it.
millions. Virgos are meticulous, hardworking, and highly intelligent. They excel at problem solving and have a sharp eye for detail, making them the type of person you'd want to have on your team when things get complicated. They value logic and practicality over emotions, which can sometimes make them seem reserved or overly critical. However, beneath the analytical mind is someone deeply caring, always looking out for others in their own quiet, thoughtful way. They thrive in structure but can struggle with overthinking and self-imposed pressure. Okay, so basically, what I'm trying to get at, if I had read those blind,
Yeah.
and it was like, which one are you, which one are you, which one am I? It would be be like boom, boom, boom. They'd all fit in the box.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I agree. But I still think you should read out Pisces or
Okay.
Taurus
All right.
or something else, and
I
just
just
see
Give me. They spell Pisces.
Pisces.
I was just thinking, like, I feel like you can you could just test this shit, man. You could be like intelligent. You could just be like IQ by month. Bullshit.
Well, imagine Riley is a Pisces.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna imagine Riley's a Pisces. Pisces are known for their deep sensitivity and rich inner lives.
Yep.
As a water sign, they are emotionally intuitive and can often pick up on the feelings of those around them, making them naturally compassionate and empathetic. Their artistic and imaginative nature means they often find beauty in the smallest details and can transform everyday experiences into something magical.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Is that more accurate to be Riley? Or was Riley's actual fucking one more accurate to be Riley?
That's what I'm all about.
I'll be
actually
honest, I
magic
think
experiences.
his actual one was more.
His actual one, okay, I'm not gonna lie, out of everyone's, when I read Riley's, I was like, that's fucking Riley.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but I also feel like I could have been there. I could have got that, and I could have been
Yeah. To it.
I think, mate, there's something to it. Who,
Oh, you think it's Octua? That's exactly what he said. He thinks it's something Octua.
All right, restart the podcast. We're starting step one.
Well, okay, I guess we're moving past that. But I thought that was quite interesting. It was
No,
just
I think
like,
it is interesting. Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's something, like, who invented star signs?
I think it's just like a.
Was it the
Was it a
Romans?
pagan thing or was it?
I actually don't know who. Yeah, no, not sure exactly.
It was like, surely... It's been around for a long time, right?
Well, it was like the Greeks who kind of like paint like was like that star, that's constellations and this thing.
Yeah.
So maybe like
Mate, the Greeks were very intelligent people.
I was playing Hades too, and they were using it, so I'm like, maybe. So
we don't. know.
I think it's kind of bullshit, man. This year's Year of the Snake.
Just
This
ignore
year's
everything
year,
I just said. Mate,
are you a snake or a dragon?
We're dragons.
Fuck you! It's
I'm a
my
dragon.
year now.
Imagine not being.
Apparently,
you're not a
the
dragon.
You're not a dragon.
I'm a snake actually.
this explains a lot,
So
right?
you're like a snake, like this little fucking wire.
There's a little, like, piece of shit on the floor.
Piece of
Yeah,
shit.
well, it's Year of the Snake, and apparently the Year of the Snake is meant to be bad for the snake. So
Really?
Mate, there's no upsides to the snake.
I fucking know, right?
being
Well,
the
like,
snake.
wait, what pluses do you get, man? Like,
There's a lot of negative connotations with
Yeah.
the snake.
there's a lot of negative connotations with the
Especially
snake.
you,
How many
a religious
how
man.
many positive snake stories are there?
What's the thing about the snake eating its own tail?
Or
The Ouroboros, yeah.
Is that...
The
It's not
world
positive.
serpent.
I don't think.
It's just kind of neutral.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I mean, there's-
neutral, we're making progress.
I mean, in the story of what do you call it? Like when Moses is going around, he's doing his thing. They need to heal people. They tie a snake up to a stick, and they're like, whoever gazes upon the snake will be saved. But it's a dead snake, so they already killed the snake. It's
Yeah.
not a living
It's
snake.
the opposite of a live snake, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, what? So they tied a dead snake to a stick?
like a stick, right? Like a staff, and that's why you see it in a lot of like hospital logos and stuff. It's like a snake on top of like a cross or like a stick or something.
And what is that meant to represent?
That means that if you look on the snake, you will be like cured.
Really? Well, that's sounds
Right.
pretty
No, I
positive.
swear that was like the Greek. Like the Greek god. I don't know his name. What are the Greek gods' names?
Medusa.
No, she's not a god.
Yeah, he's got
Like-
snake though.
I can't remember. Like the healing guy with like the fucking wings on his feet.
Hermes.
Oh, the quick one.
Yeah, the quick one.
Hermes? Is it
I
Hermes?
think it might be Hermes, yeah. I swear that
Yeah.
came from. Yeah, I don't think that was like a.
No, that was not.
Thing.
It's definitely a biblical thing. And then people say that the snake, you gaze upon the snake and you are like healed, you were brought to light. It is an allegory for the coming of Jesus when he died on the cross. So,
And how does that will relate to, the snake in Adam and Eve?
I think it's a separate snake.
Different
not-
snakes.
it's not the same
Different
snake.
I mean, it's a dead snake up on this. So I don't know. I mean, I guess Jesus could be a snake. The devil could be a snake. We all have a bit of snake in us. But especially me because I was born in 2001. So I'm doomed to slither.
You're
I'm doomed to slither.
You're an Aquarius,
Aquarius,
right?
yeah.
So
A water
they
snake.
all have like things. So like, what's your thing?
He's a fish. Wait,
Fish
no,
don't
is
exist,
he?
mate.
Is he fish? What's Aquarius?
I'll ask
I know
ChatGPT.
Pisces is like two fish.
What?
Oh.
Cut this part out.
Does anyone want a drink refill?
Yes, please.
Well, Michael's pissed off.
So
For the star signs. So talk to her, right?
Oh my,
So did you
talk to her. Oh my god. So what happened with talk to her?
So she's like a crypto scammer.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, so she like did like her own crypto coin, you know, even after like all the other influencer crypto coins that went to shit.
Yeah,
like, so many cautionary tales.
Who falls for crypto scams? Like who's like, damn, this hawk to a coin, this is the one that's gonna make me rich.
Well, yeah, I mean, like if you lose money to like a crypto coin, influencer coin or whatever, like I don't really have much sympathy for you. You're a bit of an idiot.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, she had like, because she's like done now, she's like in hiding because she got in trouble for the crypto scam. So she's totally gone off the net now. So she had quite an interesting life cycle on the internet.
Someone had a really good observation that Ellen was the natural predator of all these fake celebrities to get their 2 minutes of fame. They'd get like their 5 minutes of fame, they'd do something funny. They'd say Hawk Tour or whatever. They'd go on Ellen, and then Ellen would suck that life out of them, and then they'd become irrelevant for the rest of their career. And now we just have these lingering like weird celebrities like the Costco guys. I mean, I love the Rizzler, right? I love the Rizzler, but like this is an anomaly.
What, in like the past 10 years or so?
Yeah, we haven't had like these kind of people in the zeitgeist. Like Hawk Tour lasted way a lot, like so long, man.
Well, yeah, like it was quite interesting because like there's a lot of those guys, you know, like the damn Daniels and
there was a Target guy or something.
Yeah. It was
Oh
like
yeah.
Tyler from Target.
Yeah, Tyler from Target.
I don't know, but
Something like that, yeah.
they would do their thing and then they would become pretty irrelevant like soon afterwards. But to talk to a girl, she like did a good job like marketing herself, where she had like the online video where she said the thing. What did she say again?
Said something like Hawk to spitting
Like,
on a penis.
talk
doing
to
flash
her.
show.
I think that's what she said.
Yeah,
that's
talk
hot
to
to
her.
her, spit on that penis. But then she like fucking made her own podcast or whatever, talk to her. And then did you guys ever see those videos where the guys would like analyze the talk to
I
her
saw one of
podcast?
them.
Yeah.
They were good. I saw one recently and it's just, and then like they sip their wine or whatever.
Was it called talk to her?
And they're like, do you think it's our fault that the talk to her podcast doesn't exist anymore? But and then so it seemed like she was on the trajectory to like be a thing.
But like, how would she be a thing? Like, what?
She doesn't have like anything to offer after the.
I think she would have found another thing. Like the fact that she survived that long, like way longer than all these other like silly little celebs. You know,
Not the Costco guys though. They're still around.
nah, they've got like way more beans to them.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom!
So like they went on Jimmy Fallon. Like how's that
Yeah.
any different to like going on Ellen?
Yeah, but they're still relevant. That's the thing. They dominated Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon was
Jimmy
the
Fallon
guest
was
on,
cowering.
Jimmy
They
Fallon.
actually did dominate
Jimmy
him.
Fallon was the guest on the Costco guys show.
Much like how you're my guest on the pizza
Yeah,
show.
exactly right.
Well,
Isn't it weird that like the Costco guys just found like this kid, the Rizzler, and they're just kind of like, they're just like
Adopted him.
This guy's fucking perfect, and they're just like this random kid.
but they were
Yeah.
right. They
were right,
They
but-
were like something about this kid. We need to fucking
How's
like
this kid gonna be
own
when
him.
he's gonna grow up and he's gonna think like what he's doing is like this cool.
It is fucking cool. He's
cool.
fucking.
It's cool.
Okay, my bad.
You-
I'm
you
just
see-
not in the.
Have you
in the
seen?
Cool world.
Have you seen him on the wrestling? He goes up. He's just like,
Yeah, it's like all he does.
yeah, it's all he does.
It's gonna be like I don't know.
Wait, the dad?
No, the fat kid.
Oh, I don't know. He'll like, you know, I do feel for that kid. I don't want him to be like a Macaulay Culkin sort of Daniel Radcliffe sort of guy. So thoughts and prayers out to him. But I think he'll be all right. You know, like I think we have like enough evidence with these like young celebrities, like very young children. I think we've learned. Like, who was that guy from Star Wars? He was like he played like Luke Skywalker.
Anakin? Was it the one that played Anakin, or as a
maybe
kid,
played
or
Anakin.
played?
I actually can't remember either of their names, but
And like he was just like a little kid, and like this is like his first movie, and I guess like he didn't do a very good job, or like the
Oh,
movies
he got
didn't do well.
he got hated on so much.
Yeah, he
Did
got
he
like
kill
shitloads
himself?
of
or
hate.
did
No,
he?
I think he's still alive. I'm pretty sure.
That's good.
But he's just like that was like his first and last thing, and then like I think like today he's probably fine, but for a good chunk of time, whenever he would do anything, he'd be like, "Oh, you're that fucking kid everyone hates." Like from that
The
Star Wars
Joffrey,
movie.
the Joffrey actor, the Joffrey actor.
Joffrey actor's
He
a good
he
example.
quit, and he was apparently such a little professional. He was
Who's
just
Joffrey?
like so. You
You
know,
watched Game of Thrones?
Nah.
Oh, there's a little dickhead kid called Joffrey.
Evil little like prince.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Wait, so what is he?
The actor didn't take another role after Game of Thrones because he got so much hate.
Really?
Because he did too good a job.
Yeah, but that's like the opposite effect. He was really good at what he did.
Yeah, but to be fair, like if I was just watching Game of Thrones, I see him on the stream like I spit on his shoes.
Yeah, me too.
He does it too well, man.
Was
he
he
does
like
it too
that
well.
unlikable?
Yeah, he was like
insanely-
one of the most unlikable characters in television.
Yeah.
to be honest.
But like
More than,
intentionally so.
Skylar?
Skylar's not unlikable
Okay.
if you like empathize with her.
I've got a full Skylar rant,
Yeah,
honestly.
but why'd you have to be such a bitch?
People-
Yeah, go off,
people-
King.
But like he was
people-
like killing people and like
People
Yeah.
get
having like Mexican
Oh, well-
hitmen in his like house in their house.
so people. We have a Skylar hater, Skylar defender here.
and he did rape Skylar as well.
Skylar is
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's like you got to see it from her perspective a little bit, like,
Why did you have to cheat on him?
because she was stuck with a dangerous man.
Skylar is a character you're able to I think empathize with, right? You can understand why she is the way she is. You know, she has very fair positions outside of maybe cheating on her husband, maybe throughout the whole
She's such a
series,
man.
right? But that's exactly the point. She is like she takes away from the excitement of the plot immediately in like the lamest way. You're excited to know who's going to live, who's going to die, and then you're pulled out of it by like Skylar, and Walter has to like, pretend to do his homework or something,
Yeah.
and it's like, and it's a character that ultimately has no really strong like real power, and I feel like maybe the show should have done a better way of empathizing like how much Walter cares about his relationship with Skylar, and that would have made more like sense. But as a viewer, Skylar comes off as annoying because she takes away from the plot. And that's my rant on Skylar. So Skylar haters.
She's kind of typecast
Yeah.
though, because she was also in like a HBO show called Deadwood before
Oh,
that,
okay.
and had the exact same role as like the wife who stays at home and is very disapproving of her cool husband.
Yeah.
and it's just like kind of a killer to what you want as the audience, like the action and the violence.
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
That stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of blame HBO more
Well-
so than I do her acting or the writing. Like,
But wasn't that the point in the character, was to make you like, like relating to Walter White, to make you like root for this guy that's just like a bad character, So
Yeah, but
even though he's like doing her really hard done by, because of the way they've like written the character and the way she like acts it, you like can't help but be like, oh fucking hell, why are you always on like Walter's case, So I think it's like an intentional decision.
well, it's the perspective. Like you're watching Walt, he's the main character. You want him to sell tons of meth, and
Yeah.
kill tons of people, and be a fucking G.
Yeah,
It's what you want. But then if the emotional aspect of the show is Skylar, who's bringing that down, making you realize like, there's more to these characters than just this action-heavy plot that you are watching this for. That is deeper.
Yeah.
So I
She,
think it's
like, grounds
definitely
it.
it's definitely intentional. Yeah.
I don't think Vince Gilligan could write female characters at the start of Breaking Bad. I think
No.
he came around to it at Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Like the other girl, the kleptomaniac one, Hank's wife.
Oh, yeah.
She was also kind of annoying, but like
She just had
Hank's
she had
wife
no
was
good
annoying,
character.
she had no good point. She had a whole like thing. She just loved stealing, and then
Yeah, that was her
never,
whole
it
character.
never comes up again.
Just
It's
kill yourself,
like,
Walt. Just kill yourself. She was so annoying.
She was so annoying.
Yeah.
She was
No.
worse than Skylar. I'm not gonna lie.
No, mate, I'm not gonna lie. Skylar was so annoying watching the show. I was just like, can you just get off his back? Let him sell some meth. For goodness sake. I was just like, if you just weren't in the picture, like Breaking Bad, he would just be making it, fucking making shitloads of money, just having like the best time ever.
I think Walter Jr. was a better like emotional reason than like Skylar.
Yeah, I like it. It was cool.
It's because Skylar, like Walter's marriage already seems like a drag from the start of the series, right? Skylar's framed as like a, just going along with checking boxes type of person. I think that's a real factor in it.
Well, yeah, you definitely feel for the kid, but like it's kind of like BoJack Horseman. You're like,
Never
he's
seen
also a
BoJack
bad character.
Horseman.
You've never seen him, mate. You should watch it.
But
But it's just like another bad character that like does all these
Anti-heroes,
bad
yeah.
things, but
Yeah.
the whole time you're like cheering for him and like want him to do well, and yeah, you should watch it.
Shit,
BoJack
are those
is good.
fireworks?
I think there might be fireworks.
Do you want to check
wait,
their
what?
fireworks?
I thought someone was just moving.
Quick
boxes.
intermission.
Wait,
Quick
you guys
intermission.
wait right here. We'll come back.
There could be some fucking fireworks. Yeah, so talk to us, lad.
Just like speed it up.
Yeah, speed it up.
With the fire sniper.
How long have we been going for?
We're back, guys. There was just some fireworks, some special Chinese fireworks, I'm guessing. Thank you to China.
Thank you, China.
Thank you, China.
Fuck Trump. Thank you, China.
Fuck Trump. He's doing some terrible things to you guys, but you did a lot of good things, actually. You know, post Mao. Very good.
This episode goes out. This goes to China.
This goes to
one.
China, this
Hell yeah.
one.
Thank you.
My heart goes out to China.
Then Xiaoping, I
Your
think
arm
he
was the
had
wrong
some
way
good
around.
ideas.
Wait, what?
Your arm was the wrong way around.
That was a right way around.
Okay.
So, go
So,
on with your story, Jack.
Michael's now, he's the only one who hasn't read yet, so he's going to read our story. So there's 6 stories here, 7 stories. We've already read 2 of them. What's your favourite one? And then we're going to give our thoughts and opinions on it.
Okay.
Read out the title to get get us pumped up.
The guy who locked himself in a room to grind for 500 hours.
It's a good one.
During the early days of World of Warcraft, one player got so obsessed with hitting max level that he locked himself in his room for 3 months. He grinded for 18 to 20 hours a day, living off only instant noodles and energy drinks.
Wait, is this a story about my life?
This is you, Jack.
Oh,
this
shit.
is
I don't know these people.
I wrote this.
Oh, fuck.
He lost muscle, he barely slept,
That's not me.
he ignored his family, and when he finally hit level cap, before
Killed
anyone
himself.
else, he felt nothing. His parents had to stage an intervention to get him out of the house. Years later, he admitted he had no idea what to do with himself once the grind was over.
Well, that's like a very that's so true, man. You know, like once you reach the top, it's just like, where do you go?
Yeah.
You know, like this guy, he's grinded, he's dedicated his life to reaching level 50 in World of Warcraft or whatever it was, and he's done it. And then it's just like, well, what now?
And look how
This is
motivated
my issue with
he was.
esports. I feel like gaming, it ruins you. It takes your motivation and it makes nothing out of it.
Well,
If you're an esport athlete, though, you make a lot of money and you get a lot of clout.
it's no different than any other sport.
Yeah.
But fucking, I don't know, man. I saw a video a while ago where it's like Minecraft is going to cause the fall of civilization because everyone who wants to be an architect won't have that passion to create their dream in real life or just do it in Minecraft and be satisfied.
No, but you can't make money from building houses in Minecraft.
You can
Yeah, but you can put your energy and
I guess you
passion.
can.
You can make the hours you spend in Minecraft, you could spend doing something else.
build a real building.
Yeah.
But someone's got to build houses, right? So I feel like I disagree with that.
Yeah,
Surely,
but
like
it's
Minecraft
not
is a
about-
way to inspire the young generation to become architects.
You could do that.
It's a way to hone the architectural instincts.
Could be, but I feel like maybe not.
Well, someone's got to build that bridge. Someone's going to build that house, right? So you're going to pick the guy that has never played Minecraft. You're going to pick the guy
You
that
pick
has
the
50
6-year-old
hours.
who's played Minecraft his whole life.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because he's got some, you know, some training in it. But have you guys ever been in a similar situation to this individual, like dedicating way too much time to video games?
I have with MMOs as well, but it's very like sporadic. It's like it'll be like a week or a couple days where I like play a fuck ton, and then I'm just like, all right, I'm sick of that now.
To be honest, I feel like gaming is one of the things I like. It used to be a bigger vice, now it's a smaller vice. But I always end up spending all my time on like not good games necessarily, but like games that I can just keep playing, like Warriors game. You know about Warriors games?
Don't know about Warriors. Tell
It's
me
like
about
ones
it.
where
No
you
way.
fight, you beat up a whole bunch of like enemies, so kill like 1,000
You're
guys.
like, you're like one guy and you're
level.
fighting like armies of like thousands of people. And it's like an
Yeah, it's
action
like an action
game.
It's
game.
like first person.
No,
It's like third person. So doing these like
And you have,
crazy
like, a
combos
gun?
and shit. No,
it's kind of like God of War.
No, some
but
some
you're
characters
fighting-
might have a gun, but like it's like a third person action game. But like yeah, you're killing like hundreds of guys. I spent a lot of fucking time Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors.
Do you think?
One Piece Pirate
Do you
Warriors?
think Warriors games have made you not want to fight people in a militaristic setting? Do you think that's diminished your like
Your
drive,
bloodthirst.
Your bloodthirst, yeah.
Knowing that there's guys out there that just be killing like 100 people in one move.
Yeah, like you're never going to kill 100 people in one move. So like, why even try?
Well, I know because you play CS:GO and you get a different kind of satisfaction. Warriors games are just like you just get constant little bit of dopamine, and it's like makes you keep playing. And it's like, same thing with a lot of multiplayer games. I feel it's just like a little like dripping you like bits of dopamine, and you just do it for hours and hours.
Yeah.
And ultimately you gain very little from doing that.
Yeah. No, I've been in a spot where I've probably spent too much time in video games. More so when I was like a teenager, like when you didn't really have much more like responsibilities and stuff, so you could like get away with it. But yeah, back in the day, especially if you're playing like with the boys or whatever, you just play until like the sun comes up. And to be fair, like I don't really regret that. Like
The social
fond
element, I think,
memories
is
to,
good.
Like fondly look back upon. But I say when like I was like even younger, like 12 or something, I would play like mobile games, and yeah, it'd be a game where like you got to kill enough enemies, and then you get like enough coins, and then like the more coins you get, like the better weapons you get. The better weapons you get, like the more enemies you can kill, the more coins you get.
Yeah.
And so like it reached a point where like, I was like obsessed with it. I forget what the game was called, and I got like the best shit. I had like the best 2 guns in the game, and then I played like one game with the best guns, and then it was a bit like.
You made it to the top.
Yeah,
now
it's just
it's
like, well, there's
boring.
literally no point in playing the game anymore because
Yeah.
I've like, made it to the top.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a very sad thing that happens.
Yeah, much like Tyson Fury, the former heavyweight heavyweight world champion of boxing. So he was like, well, he still is really good, but he's been on a bit of a losing streak anyway. So he reached the top. He reached the top of the mountain, like he was the best. And then after that, he was a bit like, oh, like, what am I going to do with my life now? And so he totally fell off. He like gained a lot of weight, and he started like drinking tons, and then he like he didn't lose the championship, but he like gave it away. And then he was like, and he's talked about this, he was like suicidal at the time, he didn't know what to do with his life. And then basically another boxer like called him out. He was like, oh, like you're a pussy, like come back and fight me. And that was like all the motivation he needed. And then he got back on the horse and he started training again, and they fought, and then they tied, and they fought again, and then he beat him, and then he became like the world heavyweight champion again. So, you know, much like this guy that dedicated way too much time to video games, it goes for like all different things. Like if you like reach the top of your level, it's like, well, where do you go from there?
How do you like maintain that drive? How do you like continuously want to achieve things when you keep succeeding and getting them?
Well, yeah, I think that's like a good question. Like,
Well, you try new things, don't you? It's
But
like
eventually, like when you've achieved enough,
it's like Michael Jordan. He does.
you just play baseball.
He does. He played baseball in Space Jam, and then Space Jam he played golf.
Yeah, but I think people have different levels of like contentness. Is that a word?
Yeah,
You know?
contentedness.
Yeah, so like, you know, so Michael Jordan and like LeBron James, they're the extreme version of that, you know, so they reach the top and they're like, I'm not leaving the top of the mountain. I'm going to stay here for like as long as I can. Where most people aren't really like that. Most people are like, oh, well, I made the NBA. Like, that's pretty good. Like, I've made like a few $1 million. Like, I'm chilling now at this point. Like, there are a lot of NBA players that do like make it to the NBA. They get like their first contract because NBA players like earn so much money and they're like so financially stable. At that point, they're just kind of chilling from there.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, what is your level? It's like, do you need to win a championship? Do you need to make it to the NBA? Do you need to win like multiple championships? Do you need to like be the best for 20 years? You know, like where is your level at? What's your level?
Low level right now.
In your field. So in making pizzas, what level are you right now?
Fuck, man. Level 7.
Out of
Out of 10.
you're 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
That's pretty high.
there's always yeah, but like I feel like that's not high. I feel like I'm pretty happy with 7. I feel like I know what
Well, are we
to
talking
do
like
most of the
making
time.
pizzas, or are we talking about like more outside factors as
I
well?
was talking about making pizzas. I'm talking pizza
Oh, okay.
business. I'm like level 2
Okay.
out of
To be
10.
fair, like I don't know how you can get much better from making a pizza.
Oh, it's what you don't know. It's like you see people do things. You're like, I don't know how to do that. Like I saw this place in America called "Can a Brother Get a Slice?" And he does like a twist on the crust, so it comes out like funny shaped across. I'm like, how do you do that? I don't even know how you do that, but he knows how to do it. And I don't even know if it necessarily makes a good pizza, but I don't know how to do it.
Well, is this a guy on like Instagram or something?
Yeah, well, he's got a business in America. He's got a pizza shop.
And he's, you know, it's like KFC secret recipe. He's not going to reveal how to do
I
it.
did comment on one post and he didn't respond to me, so maybe
That bastard. So what is it? Just like a square or something?
it could just be twisting the crust or something. I don't know. It's just like it's weird to explain. It's like looking like the crust looks like a breadstick. Like, you know, like
Okay.
12 and stuff. That, Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Are you more of a Michael Jordan or are you more of a contentedness kind of individual?
Well, that's a good question. I think you can definitely be content. You know, like I would say for myself, you like graduate uni, and then I was very motivated to like graduate uni. I was like, I'm gonna like finish uni like basically as quick as I can, and then I was very like motivated the whole like 4 years I was studying. And then once I did it, and the next step was like, okay, well now I got to find a job, and I was very motivated to get like my first full-time job. But then once I got that, I was very like, done it. Like I'm like chilling now, and so that's kind of been like my struggle, like a little bit recently, is finding that motivation to not just be content where I am. It's like, well, there actually is still a lot more to go, and so I need to like keep that drive and keep that motivation to like push myself and like, you know, try different things and find a different avenues in life and like see where life goes. But yeah, it's like, you know, definitely to say like reach the top would be like a massive over exaggeration, but in a way, sort of like, you know, was you like you had these goals to like graduate uni, find the full-time job, and then it's just like, well, what now? So that's why it's very important to make.
What's your goal? What's your new goals, Jack? I keep trying to ask you this. I'm curious. Where do you want to be? Because you read all the
Yeah.
anonymous Bart,
Homer Simpson.
Bart, Homer. So you've set yourself. You've read Tony Robbins. You read everything, and I'm like, what is your big vision? What is your big picture? What's the big vision you have for yourself?
Well, this is the anonymous podcast, so I don't want to reveal too much. But
is that why you're sitting on this angle?
Yes. It's you know, just exploring different sort of.
I'm so pale. Wow.
No, I'm so pale. I don't know. I don't want to like reveal too much. Maybe especially like wearing this shirt is a bit ironic.
I feel like this light is wider than this light.
It is, yeah.
So that's why
I'm actually super tanned in real life.
I look like normal, I think.
But I don't know. Should we just finish on one more story?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Michael? Quick little.
In regards to the previous topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
do Michael.
I alternate a bit, but I think I am fundamentally a very driven person that wants to achieve. But
so you're a Leo.
I'm a Leo.
Not even close.
I'm the real leader in the situation.
Yeah.
No, he was whatever he was.
I was a Virgo.
Virgo. No, Michael was so Virgo. I mean, I can't remember what it was, but
No, I do agree. But I'm pretty driven. Like, but it has to be something I want to do. I guess it has to be something that I like tell myself I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Make tons of money.
Make tons of money.
shitloads.
Okay, last story.
Last story.
Last
And then we're gonna
story.
wrap up.
Okay, yeah, we gotta wrap up.
This is a good one. The guy who took pre-workout instead of a party drug and went insane at the club.
How did she go? It's like having coffee.
A guy at a music festival wanted something to keep him going, so his mate handed him a small bag of powder, saying it was MDMA. He snorted the whole thing in one go, expecting a euphoric high, but instead his heart started racing and he broke into a sweat. Turns out his mate accidentally gave him straight up dry pre-workout.
Accidentally. Like he didn't put it in a fucking bag. He didn't put it in a fucking bag. He like intentionally.
Instead of rolling, he was shadowboxing in the middle of the dance floor and screaming about getting one more rep. Security dragged him out after he tried to fight the DJ for not playing hard enough bass. So
Okay.
that goes to show you kids
This is the
story's
most
bullshit.
retarded.
That's a true story.
is
man.
retarded.
That's what
story.
firstly it said he was in a
True
club,
story.
and then it said he was in a festival, and then it was like he was like,
Like
oh,
pre-workout,
yeah, it did. The
pre-workout makes you go insane. Like it's fucking coffee.
and it's like, oh, he took a bunch of
I read it wrong.
MDMA. He took a bunch of MDMA, and then he was surprised that his heart was racing and he was sweating. Like that's not.
So what are you saying? You've done MDMA before?
No, I mean anonymously I have, but
Yeah. No, dude.
as a non-anonymous
Have
person,
Dude,
no.
have you ever taken pre-workout?
Yeah,
It's fucked, mate.
no, it's
I have
really
I
fucked.
just have a white monster.
Imagine snorting it.
I would. I guess that would be pretty hectic.
No, but
It would be hectic as.
compared to other stimulants, man, like how the fuck would pre-workout be like more?
No, dude, that's how bad
Stimulants
pre-workout
is
It
like
that's just how it is.
it's
It
pretty
fucks-
bad.
It fucks
It's the
you.
worst one.
If you want to get really fucked up, man, take pre-workout
But
from
it's not
Coles.
enjoyable.
That's just the craziest
Well,
shit.
pre-workout.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Well,
It's enjoyable if you're like in the gym getting pumped.
One more rep. In the club.
that's like you would do, honestly.
What a
Honestly,
bullshit.
if I gave you like some pre-work and I was like, this is MDMA, I feel like you would snort it and start doing this guy, doing like
If you told me
punching
it was-
people on the dance floor.
If you told me it was pre-workout, I'd be making jokes, but I wouldn't be like.
No, I feel like you would fully do this. I think this actually happened. Oh, wait,
It's a
there's
true.
little bit here.
It's a true
And his
story.
name was Riley Muller.
Fuck. Oh, okay, there we go. You just gave my real name away, Jack.
His whole name.
I mean, I just gave away your
Just
Yeah,
dog
but you're not even wearing sunnies, mate.
Yeah, you're not
True.
anonymous.
All right,
yeah.
should we wrap it up? Is there anyone else got any stories to say real quick?
No,
I think we did well.
that was great.
I think we did very well. I'm very happy with all our performances. We did a great job. I will say, if you want to be a guest on the show, go to onepizza.com. But I accidentally took my website down. It doesn't exist right now. I'm trying to get it fixed. But yeah, you can
So
apply there.
Don't go to the website.
We'll have more
Go to
good
a
guests on.
different website.
Subscribe. I'm trying to make like
Go to
a
another
weekly
podcast.
video and podcast, and a little YouTube short. So be liking those videos. Thank you for listening. Whoever's listening, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for
thank you.
having Anonymous 1 and Anonymous 2
Yeah,
on the podcast, right?
Bart and Homomr, yes.
Bart and Mo, yeah.
Bart and Homomr, yes, exactly right. Thank you.
You should, the first clap, you should go black and white, and the second clap, it should like